everybody. So I'm starting a new series at my channel and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be ranking all of the animated films that I have seen from 2013 to 2016. So all the way up through the one that I just saw today. And so this one should be really fun. This video is just going to be 67 to 60, and then I'll go 10s after that because I've seen 67 animated films. And I don't necessarily know that I've seen every single one, but I've seen a lot. So if I missed any, I'm sorry, but I've seen most of the indies that I could get my hands on. I've seen most of the, I've seen all of the studio releases, I believe. So anyway, this can be fun, and I really don't hate most of these movies. Even these ones on this bottom list, like there's some value to them, I think. But so, you know, don't get too bent out of shape. But it's still animation. So let's talk about number 67 on my list. The bottom is Norm of the North, which was in 2016, and this just is so preachy and dumb, and the story is bad, and the animation is terrible. The character of Norm is inconsistent. It's not funny. It uses tons of pee and bathroom humor, and it's just felt so long, and it's not even that long, and it just had nothing that I could ring my hat on that is anything to praise as far as, I mean, Rob Schneider was the best thing about the movie, and that's saying something. So it is number 67. Number 66 on my list is The Hero of Color City, and this is a story about crayons that come alive at night, and they have this whole sort of world, and it is such a Toy Story ripoff, completely. All the vocal performances are terrible. There's tons of potty humor. None of the jokes work. It's just so generic, so dumb. It literally took me about 3 days on Netflix to watch it because I just found it so bad, and the animation's terrible. And I mean, you could possibly do it clever, but it just feels like a Toy Story ripoff. Number 65, I have Smurfs 2. And I really didn't like the first Smurfs movie, and I didn't like Smurfs 2 even more. And what annoys me the most about these movies, you could claim they're live action, but they have a lot of animation, is the product placement and how Sony is continually selling and hawking their products. And I think that puts it over the edge. You know, this is a movie that is made for children, and it's just so cynical, and there's no like real creativity into it. It's just sort of shrieky and annoying, and is not a good story, and it's just trying to sell stuff to kids, and that really, really annoys me. And I don't like the look of these CGI Smurfs, and I hope they get it right in this new version. And number 64, I have Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. And you know how close to my heart The Wizard of Oz is? This film was so boring and so badly made that it literally hurt my eyes to watch it. Some of the vocal performances are okay, but it just doesn't look finished. It looks like they were still working on the rendering process. It looks cheap, and most of the characters are really forgettable and lame, and I'm sorry, you put Oz on that title, then you got my attention, and it needs to be good, because I love The Wizard of Oz so much, and the music is bad. It's just not good. Number 63, I have The Nut Job, and this is another one that looks terrible. The setting makes no sense. At certain points it feels like it's like the 1950s, and other times it feels modern. The characters are all really unlikable. You don't care about any of the characters. You don't care about what they're trying to do. It changes kind of stories midway, from them trying to get the nuts to them trying to stop these robbers from getting the nuts, and there's this conflict over the park, and it's just, there's a really, really obvious Ratatouille copy, which was awful, and the fact that it made enough money for a sequel just blows my mind, because I thought it was horrible. 62, I have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. I really don't like the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs movie. It has one gimmick, and then it hits you with that gimmick over and over and over and over again until the point of exhaustion, and that is no different in this second one. It's got big big vegetables and big food that attack you. And it's just a monster movie with big food, but it just is so repetitive and it's so boring, and I just find it exhausting. I don't like it. At number 61, I have Freebirds. And this actually, I think, had like some potential as far as the premise. Story of the turkey and the time travel and going back to change Thanksgiving so that they wouldn't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. But that doesn't really make sense because the first Thanksgiving, like, turkey was a very minor element of it. And you'd really want to go back to like I think like the 30s and 40s is when turkeys really became kind of the big thing, but that's neither here nor there. It's just not that funny. It's not that well written. It's not that well animated. There's just really not much to hang your hat on with Freebirds. So that is my bottom, and then the next videos we'll do groups of 10. So we'll go through the next 60, yeah, let me know what you think. Are any of these ones you like? Yeah, this will be really fun. Hopefully, if you want to go ahead and make your own list, I would love to hear it. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.